All right, what's up, y'all? I have a really good story for you. A message for you. You got to read the story. For those of you that do or don't read the Bible, for those of you who do read the Bible, you may know what I'm talking about. But there's a story that you have to read. It's in the book of Jeremiah, and it's the 29th chapter of Jeremiah. Now, the story gets good between the 4th and the 14th verse. That's when the story gets really good. But pretty much what the story is about, Jeremiah himself, the prophet, is really like Barack Obama, and he tells the people what they need to do to prepare in order to get, to live right, have a good time, and kind of feast off the harvest. But they don't listen to him. And guess what? The Babylonian people, Donald Trump, takes over the town, and it is in ruins, man. I mean, they are in a bad place. The economy is bad. It is horrible. So they end up being imprisoned by the Babylonian people, right? And so while they're in prison by the Babylonian people, God tells them, okay, while you're in prison, because he leads them there. God leads them to be in prison. I know it sounds weird, right? But he uses the Babylonian people to not just punish, but to teach them a message. And really what the message is, get this, he tells them why you in Babylon, why you in the United States, and the country is really bad. You got coronavirus, you got all these things, you got a leader, Babylonian, Donald Trump, and his Babylonian people that are just, the town is in ruins. Israel are just devastated, right? But he tells them while you're there, I want you to build some houses, I want you to have some kids, plant some gardens, and all this, right? So in other words, you may think it's a punishment, but it's not just the punishment that's a part of this message. He tells them to build right there and just multiply. Have a good time, build your garden. In other words, because of where you are, because of the situation we're in right now, does not mean you got to give up or stop. Y'all got to read that story. It gets really good. And then he tells them in the story about, he said, there's going to be some people that's going to be false prophets telling you some stories and stuff that ain't true, like conspiracy theorists and all that kind of thing. They're going to be telling you a whole bunch of stuff, what you should listen to. But they're going to break your spirit. Don't listen to them. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you are right now in this time of uncertainties, while we in this Babylonian situation, and in the story, he tells them that they're going to stay in this exile, in this whole imprisonment for 70 years until the term is up. All right, until the term is up is when all this is going to stop. And then he said, after the term is up, I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you all the everything that you always wanted. But they have to serve a term of this imprisonment by the Babylonian people. Donald Trump and the Babylonians, right? So now I don't know what his term is. I don't know if his term this term or if it's 8 years, but whatever the term is after it's over, it's going to be great. Now, y'all can choose to make the term longer or you can make the term shorter. But if you read this story, I want you to put Jeremiah, he's going to be Barack Obama in this story. The Babylonian people is going to be Donald Trump and all the Babylonian people that are supporting his vision and just got the town in ruins, right? But it is so good. And then I want you to think about all the stories that you start hearing about what you should do to have a better life and these conspiracy theories. In that story, he tells you, he said, don't listen to these people, these preachers, these naysayers and stuff, because he said, I didn't send them to tell you nothing. In other words, just look for me and I'm going to help you out, all right? But y'all got to read this story. It's in Jeremiah, the 29th chapter, is this chapter, but the 4th through the 14th verse is when the story gets really, really, really good. So y'all read that, all right? See y'all later. Bye.